Hey everyone, this is Bijan. I'm really excited. Today I have an absolute banger. I just got in the mail the Halios Universa, I think that's how you would say it, in pastel blue, which was a very limited color. They only announced it basically right as the watch was being launched, right as it was being sold. So at the end of the video, I'm going to do just kind of someone gave me the recommendation of giving just a little bit of an overview of Halios for those of you who have never heard of it. I'm sure if you're watching this video though, you of course probably know them because they are kind of a watch fanatic brand. But I'll talk about that in a second. And I've got a few other things. Probably going to take a few measurements and stuff like that as we open it. So on the wrist today, I've got the Halios Fairwind, which I love. If you saw my other video, my unboxing of this, I'm still basically wearing it every single day. I did get the bracelet. I said I was going to do a bracelet video, and I never did. So I apologize for that, but I'm going to post, it probably is already posted by now, but I'm going to post a review of this now after wearing it for a number of months and now that I have the bracelet. So first thing is let's get into this. So I did open it up, like I said, haven't taken a look at it yet, but this is just the specs of the watch. So we can take a look at those once we open it up, but let's start with that. All right, so we got a Halios sticker, I'm assuming. Yeah, sticker. And then a postcard. Oh, nice. Look at that. I think that's handwritten from Jason. So if you don't know, Jason, and his last name is escaping me, but Jason is the owner of Halios. Seems like a great guy. I've listened to him on a few podcasts. And like I said, I was going to just talk about the history real quick at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that, and we can hear a little bit more from Jason. So that was really nice. I'm assuming it, like the Fairwind, it's going to come in the leather case. Get that off camera, which is a really nice case. I don't use it because I'm not traveling a lot right now with work, but what I love about it is it's basically giving you a travel case, so you can fit a couple watches in it, maybe 2 or 3, and you get a travel case, and those are kind of expensive. So clipped in like before. It comes on the steel bracelet. If you remember, my Fairwind came on the suede strap because the bracelet wasn't done. Oh my gosh, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Okay, so let's unpack this watch. So on the inside, we've got the Selita SW210. It is the -1, I believe. It's a hand wind, which it gives you instructions for doing it, and looks like it's already wound. I would need to do that. Oh yeah, okay. So it winds. It winds when the crown was pushed in, and then it's got one pull to actually set the time. One thing you'll note right away is that it isn't a screw down crown. So Jason sent an email right when it was shipping out, basically just kind of letting folks know that it is 100 meters water resistant, but there is no guarantee that crown stays in place. That's assuming that the crown is pushed in. So that's just something to note. Bracelet, as the person, as someone who's been wearing it now for a while, really, really nice bracelet. Solid all the way around. It has a wonderful clasp on it. And it has this really cool micro adjust tool where, I don't know if you can see, there's a button here. You press it and you can slide it. And I remember measuring it, and let's just do it one more time, but it's I think it was about 5 millimeters of adjustment. So yeah, it looks like it's about 5 millimeters of adjustment. I do have kind of one complaint with the bracelet, and I'm not sure if anyone else has it, if they've experienced it, but it is right where your wrist sits to type on a keyboard, and I don't even know if you just saw it, but I just loosened it just by putting my hands down. So for all that desk jockeying, I love it. it is great, but I think I'm going to have to take maybe a link out. I kind of wish that it was a button on the side, another press here rather than this button, because it's literally just right as you're at a keyboard. So, but anyway, let's get back into the Universa. So, really cool story about the Pastel Blue. So, Pastel Blue was not actually an original color. I think it was slate gray and bathol blue, which this is the slate gray, and so right at as he was launching it, he announced this, and I think it was a silver one. But the kind of the interesting thing was it was a test color, and he only made 100 of them. And so I, of course, was planning on getting the bathol blue one. And when he announced that, I was really excited, and so I got in line. He released this watch in two. Basically, there's going to be two batches, and of each batch. The first batch is all that's been sold so far, and there was 2 rounds to order. So you had 2 opportunities just to accommodate different time zones so that there was kind of an equal opportunity to purchase. I got in the first time zone. I added this to my cart within 5 seconds of it going live. Went to check out, and when I checked out, it said it was unavailable. I looked at my watch, or my time. It had been about 40 seconds that it had surpassed. So, just crazy how fast it sold out. So obviously I had caught the bug. I wanted this Pastel Blue. So I set my alarm for, it was like 1 or 2 in the morning, and woke up, did the exact same thing, got in my cart within 5 seconds. This time was able to check out. So I'm so thankful and fortunate that I was able to get my hands on it, because like I said, there's only 100 of them in the first batch. Now Jason assures us that they're going to be releasing this in a lot broader in the second batches. So if you didn't get your hands on this, you have the opportunity to. So this watch was announced probably a little over 2 years ago, almost probably actually 3 years ago, I believe, right around the same time as the Fairwind. And as Jason says in his note, which I didn't read, I probably should have read, but hey Brian, this one took even longer than the Fairwind did, didn't it? Thanks a ton for the order, and obviously thanks for the continued support. Keep well and enjoy the Universa. So that's just incredible right there, that you have a owner of a small company that's writing a handwritten note and that knows that I bought the Fairwind. So just give you kind of a level of the service. So anyway, beautiful dial, absolutely stunning, and a wonderful orange second hand, and you can see how nicely that sweeps. You got the Arabic at 12, 3, 6, and 9 with the square in between, squares in between. And we have a double domed anti-reflectant sapphire crystal. The watch runs 20 millimeters lug to lug, which I can't really get a clean lug, but you can see it's really, really close. Lug width is 20 millimeters. This should be 44. And you can, oh no, so wait a second. What is it? 40. Okay, my notes say 48. So just shy of that. It should be 11 millimeters thick. And we're right on the nose with that. And it's 38 millimeters in diameter, so smaller than the Fairwind was. Okay, a little bit more than 38. Well, maybe right on 38, right in the ballpark. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous dial. I love what Halios does with their dials. I think their dials are absolutely spectacular. The colors that they choose, the finish. Just a few of the other kind of details about it. I'll just kind of go through. Superluminova C3, so indices and hands glow green, and it's the same on this, and it's really nice. Weighs 118 grams. Like I said, the pushpin crown. 40 hours of power reserve on the website, although I noticed here that it says 38 with a full wind. So I'm not sure where the 2 hours went. Steel is 316L, which is kind of just the gold standard for watches in this price range. I did a little bit of research on steel. And that just kind of seems to be the best steel for in this price point from what I found. So let's take it off some of these plastic and we can get a look at what it is on the wrist, because I'm absolutely loving the way that looks. Okay, so I needed to take out, I think, 4 links before I don't know. Oh man, look at that. I have a 7-inch wrist, almost exactly, so that'll give you a feel. Wear probably like a large to extra large size glove, so you can get a feel for how it could fit on your wrist. And I absolutely love that contrast of that pastel blue and orange. I think that's absolutely spectacular. And I think I'm a pretty lucky guy that I was able to get my hands on 2 of these amazing Halios watches. Pretty fortunate indeed. So real quick, like I had mentioned, if you stuck around this long, everyone, thanks for watching the review. Really appreciate your time. Appreciate the support. I got a lot of really nice comments from the last video, and this is something that I kind of, I thought I was going to start doing a little bit more of, and hopefully I'll pick it up. But if you feel like sticking around, I'm just going to read one thing real quick off the Halios website, and my computer accidentally locked on me real quick. So otherwise, take care, everyone, and peace. All right, everyone. So if you stuck around, I did want to read this because I thought it was a great testament to what you're getting with a Halios watch. So this is on the About page of Halios, and I'll link their website in the description. So Halios has 3 principles. 1, offers a quality, well-built watch that you can take into the water. So obviously we know that. They're both, this is 200 meters and this is 100 meters. 2, exceed your after-sales support and expectations. Well, we already know that we're getting amazing. We can expect a lot of personal care with them. And 3, strive to design the next watch icon, which I got to tell you, I just love, especially what they're doing with the dials at Halios. They're iconic to me. I think they're absolutely wonderful. And then this is a brief history. So I started this company, and this is Jason, like I had mentioned. I started this company in 2009, racked with an increasing all-consuming obsession with watches. Halios is the natural progression of a near lifelong infatuation with these magnificent machines. It began with analog, moved on to digital, then lingered on almost everything imaginable in between. These days, you can see my interests reflected in the current Halios lineup: small, water-ready, spirit very much shaped and informed by the sports watches of the 1960s, and I think we can definitely see that on the table. Halios got its start on the online forums dedicated to dive watches, where lively and frank discussions by enthusiasts can readily be found, relatively uncolored by the ghosts of, quote, official corporate PR messaging. While the hardcore enthusiasts still make up the bulk of Halios customer bases, I would, maybe put myself in that group. An increasing number is now comprised of first-time watch owners, which I think is great. So here's a little bit about the production. Our manufacturing partners are based primarily in Asia, with final QC testing taking place in Vancouver, Canada. Watch movements are typically sourced from either Japan or Switzerland, depending on market availability and watch model. Production runs are small to ensure timely fulfillment, uncompromising quality, and flexibility to dedicate resources to producing new designs. I'm very excited for you to discover the watches. Thank you for visiting, and please drop me a line. I will say that I have reached out to Jason a few times, and he has responded personally. So anyway, guys, I know this was a little bit of a longer video. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing of the beautiful Pastel Blue Universa and the quick discussion on the fair, when I'm going to be posting a little bit more in depth my thoughts on this. Take care, and thanks for stopping by. Peace, everyone.